T-Mobile and SpaceX are teaming up in a bid to end mobile dead zones. The groups are linking up on a satellite to mobile service that aims to work in areas with no cell coverage. SpaceX CEO Elon Musk says the service aims to work with Starlink's second-generation satellites. They'd have the ability to transmit directly to a cell or mobile phone. And this is classic on both of these companies. T-Mobile, a master marketer. Of course, Elon Musk, a master marketer, coming out with something that may or may not work and may or may not be beneficial. Really unclear, I think.
Yeah, 2,800 Starlink satellites in low Earth orbit right now. And so this is just what is already existing. We know that there's even more of a launch strategy that SpaceX has to put more satellites out there. And this is amid that competition for that low band frequency as well that we had seen from T-Mobile, from Verizon, and from AT&T. And so with all of that in mind, it perhaps can eliminate some of those dead zones that you may experience on the weekend when you're out driving in your classic car.
This thing needs a lot of caveats, right? This thing needs a lot of caveats. It's at the end of next year is when it's due for launch. The rocket, I believe, or the satellites, I should say, are supposed to launch on the Starship rocket, which is still in development. So they're not up there yet. Yeah. Verizon and Amazon's low Earth orbit satellite company have an agreement that is similar to this agreement, although I believe it actually affects about the same number of satellites. In other words, I'm trying to figure out how much of it.
When's it going to happen?
Right. I mean, yes, it's great to throw a big event and talk excitingly about this, although Mike Sievert of T-Mobile even said this wasn't an official announcement.
Interesting. Yeah. It was an event. It was
just a fun party for them to have and talk about this. So I don't know how seriously to take this until it actually happens and they actually get this up there. One other caveat, by the way, T-Mobile does not have international spectrum agreements. It has them domestically. Some of its rivals and other international telecom companies have them internationally. So that's also something to think about. Will then T-Mobile have to partner up with some of the international telecom companies? Will Starlink just have separate agreements with them? There's still, to me, more questions than answers about this whole story.
Chief engineer, chief marketeer, Elon Musk saying that it could enter beta service before the end of 2023.
Yeah, I think Bob Martin over at Gap should give Elon Musk a call. Maybe they can link up and help each other out. I told you he's going to be mentioned throughout the show until the show ends. Bob Martin.